answer a question from a viewer. King Tizzle asked me the question. King Tizzle said, I got about 2 months left of HVAC school and I am working for a company right now and all they're having me do is help somebody and then scrap. So today I want to talk about when to leave an HVAC company. I think that's going to be the best way to start this out so that I can give you some good insight. When you leave HVAC school, King Tizzle, you have got a lot of learning to do. Like when you enter the field, that's when you start to develop the experience that gives you the skills necessary to know what you should do with those skills and what you can do, because you work for different companies and different companies offer different services, right? Whether it's residential or commercial. So you've got 2 months left of school. If it was me, I would try to just make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, and then make sure that nobody's treating you unfairly. And if they're not, then stay at that company and try to see if you can learn what you should be doing. Because honestly, an HVAC technician that comes straight out of school, you got a lot to learn, and you've got to work for a company because you got to figure out how they do it. And once you work for a company, then you're going to figure out how they do it, and then you're going to figure out what you should be doing. Should you be in a service van doing your own thing? Probably not right off the bat. You should probably be riding with somebody. That way they can start training you on what you're supposed to be doing. So I would say don't be too hasty to start your own thing, get in your own van. I would just say take it easy, take it slow, work for this company, and see if you can find see if you can get a chance to get in your own van. See if they're going to put you in your own van, because honestly, after about 6 months, you need to be in your own vehicle. And that's what I would say. If you've spent over a 6 months there, then you spent way too long not in your own service van. And I know there's companies that do commercial work and they have 2 technicians that ride together, and that's fine because you got bigger jobs and it requires more steps, and having 2 people will make the time for that job half the time that it would take for somebody to do it. But work for the company, be patient. If they promise you something and they don't come through, then that's where you need to communicate. You need to communicate and say, I really want to learn. I want to put forth effort. It would be different if you weren't trying to learn and you were just riding with somebody and didn't really care. But obviously you care because you're messaging me and giving me this comment going, hey, what should I do? For me, number one is you've got to get out there on your own in your service van for you to start learning. And if you work for a good company, that means that there's not a lot of pressure involved. There's not a lot of sales meetings that you're having to go to every Monday. You're showing up and you're having a sales meeting. That would be ridiculous. That is a waste of time. I know there's lots of companies that they have these meetings every Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, and it's ridiculous. And all they talk about is how to sell more. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to work for a company that prides itself in being the ones who figure out the problem, who always go above and beyond. What just happened to my screen? What just happened to my... Okay, there we go, I'm back. You want to be working for a company that takes pride in what they do, that wants to make sure that you know what you're doing and wants to give you the tools necessary for you to be able to training is a big thing that a lot of companies lack. I mean, I got some questions for you. Is the company wanting to invest in your learning? Are they wanting to train you? If they're not wanting to train you, do they have somebody there that's over their service department, like I am where I work, and they're constantly asking you, hey, do you need help? Are you okay? What do you need? Do you have any questions? Is there any of that, King Tizzle? I want to know what exactly are you experiencing? Are they just leaving you at the shop and having you clean up the shop and then scrap metal? Another thing you need to think about right here, King Tizzle, is right now, if you are in an area like where I'm at and the temperature is 65 degrees outside and it's super nice and it's not really hot and not really cold, this is the slow times for most companies. So I would say give it another 3 months, because what's going to happen is the temperature is going to change and it's going to become inclement weather. And when heating and air companies are busiest the most is during the summer. That's when heat and air companies make their money. That's when they're super busy. That's when a lot of that stress from the pressure of having so much work and having to really take your time and get to everybody in one day, that's where everything will start getting really busy. And that's when you're going to have more problems to work on and to develop your skills. So I'd keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Hopefully that helps you. Hopefully this is some insight. A good company is a stress-free environment where you come in and everybody's just trying to figure out what they need to do, and they're trying to get to the jobs, take care of the people. A bad company is a company where they don't want you to learn nothing. They don't want you to be trained. They don't want to. They just want you to be a helper, and that's really it. They don't want you to further your career. As an HVAC technician in the field, you are responsible for the dispatched calls. You're responsible for going on those service calls. You're responsible for the commissioning of the install crew's units. So when an install crew installs a package or a split system, you're going there to commission them. Your job is to communicate with the customers on what they may need. So you may have a dispatcher dispatch you a call, and that call is just a question. And your job is to try to answer that question, give the best advice, admonish the customer while keeping your integrity up with your company and yourself. So, but King Tizzle, I would say, how long have you been working there? How long have you been working there? If it's been over the winter time, of course, it's a little bit slow. Do they give you the opportunity to ride with other technicians and to learn from them? Because if they do, that is what you need. And once you figure out and you get comfortable enough to where you've got confidence and you think that you can be able to work on some of these systems and be able to really fix some problems for some people and help the company and make money for the company, then that's where you need to communicate, King Tizzle. You need to communicate and go, hey, I think I'm ready to have a service van. Are you guys looking at putting me in a service van? Because I'm ready. I want that opportunity. I want to be able to show that I have been learning and I have the skills to be able to fix these units. So that's what I would do. Communication is key. Remember that. I hope I've given you some insight. Does anybody have any questions? I've been answering a subscriber's question. And I got the question about, I don't know, probably an hour ago. And I was like, I'm going to do this video real quick. And I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing lives where I answer questions because it's so much easier. Plus, I can get some comments back. Thank you so much for liking the video, everybody. I really appreciate you doing that. I really appreciate you doing that. So I'm going to start doing this more. Start living. And then all the other videos that I've got for specific content, I'll still keep putting those on YouTube. But this is an easier way. I did this the other day about heat pumps and dual fuel units, and Ron really liked the video and it really helped him. So thank you, Ron. King Tizzle, I hope this helps you. If you're not here live with me, my brother, I am going to go ahead and send this video and tag you. Send the link below your comment, because that's what I've been doing, is just doing the videos and then tagging people. So this is Tad reminding you, your perspective drives your performance. You need to be healthy. You need to be happy. Healthy is happy. So make sure you take real control over what you are putting in your body every day. Drink plenty of water. Drink half your body weight in ounces in water. That means I weigh 220, so I need to be drinking 110 ounces of water. Make sure you eat some healthy vegetables and don't eat a bunch of processed food and fast food, because you need slow food. You don't need fast food. So really appreciate you guys. And before you leave, I'm going to ask you, what's your purpose? What's your purpose? There's a lot of people that are not really living out their purpose. They're not really helping people every day, and that's part of your purpose. And I want you to think about that, because there's a lot of things that you can do to help other people every single day. But if you're not doing that, then what are you doing? Because the greatest joy that you can have is helping somebody else. The greatest joy that I have is getting these comments that say, man, thank you so much. That really helped me. That makes me feel good. It's a lot better than all the money I'll ever make or all the biggest jobs I'll ever do. So this is Tad reminding you, stay healthy, stay happy, invest in yourself, invest in others, help yourself, and also help others. Matthew Boyd, what's up, man? Help them folks and make some bread while you're at it. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Yeah! All right, so Matthew, thank you so much for commenting. You're awesome. I really appreciate you watching this morning. And that's it. 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the live. Just got back to the office. got to put together a bid, and then I'm going to go back out and do whatever service work and estimates I can do before the sun sets today. So, and that's another thing. Before the sun sets every day, you got to be accountable for what you did. You got to be happy with it, and it's got to be something you're proud of. So make sure you're working towards that every day. Nothing is better than progress and results. That is the biggest motivation that you'll get in your life when you start doing these service calls and service work, and you get the results of the people being happy and the unit being fixed. Then that's going to give you the motivation that you need. And I know sometimes it's hard to look at that and get motivation from that when you haven't done it. But I'm telling you right now, you've got to start doing something. You've got to start making some type of progress or some work towards what you want. Otherwise, you're not going to get that motivation. Okay? Thanks for watching. See ya. Enjoy your day.